sure. All right. Sweet. I'm live. What up, everyone? My first live stream, so there's going to be some F-ups. It's going to be great, though. Poker is here in Michigan, online, finally. I am a big fan of gambling in general, but big poker fan. Been playing for 15 years, 20 years, whatever. Online was huge back in the heyday in like 2003 to 2008, 2009, all that. Big games. And then Black Friday came along in November of 2011, and the FBI shut down all the sites. So PokerStars, Full Tilt, all those big sites. Those are all the sites where all the big poker pros played. So it's been pretty much since then, 10 years since I've really haven't played online. So I'm going to start playing some poker tournaments. I'm going to try to live stream some of them. Maybe not all of them, but maybe some of the big tournaments. Usually the big tournaments are on Sunday nights. But there's Super Tuesday today and for 200 and playing one right now, Nightly Stars 100. So these are the tournaments. What up, Condon? I see you too, bro. All right, let me get my tournament set up here. All right. So this is the Nightly Stars 100 no limit 10K guarantee. Chat actually works. 8 deuce, I'm gonna fold. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to get into a rhythm of chatting and... Oh, thanks for the compliment on the beard. Get into a rhythm of either talking the whole time or just staying quiet and playing poker. For those who don't play poker a lot, poker is actually can be a very boring game. If you play in some like higher stakes tournaments where the blinds are really slow and they raise like every half hour plus, it can get a little on the boring side. But if you kind of keep your mind engaged by like, you know, watching the players play every single hand, see what the action is to pick up reads and you know, betting patterns and stuff like that, then you're going to be more awake and sensitive what's going on. Especially online poker. It's kind of the opposite of live poker where it's just pure action constantly. Live game, you can probably play, you know, 100 hands an hour or something like that. But online, you can get, you know, 8 tables going at the same time. And then all of a sudden you're playing, you know, a couple thousand hands an hour. So I don't know if I'm going to get to 4 tables tonight. I'm probably just going to stick to these 2 big tournaments. I'm only going to go multi-table. I've only gone up to like 4 tables at the same time. It's a little challenging to do more than 4 because you're just constantly getting braided with bops and bings or whatever to play the game. Christine Roan, that's my aunt. Thank you. Watch your nephew win some big money. Let's see what the this tournament looks like. All right, 6-4 under the gun. Fold. So this is the Nightly Stars. Let's see if I can do this 2-table thing. Ian from the 248 Donkeys. He's here. The 248 Donkeys are famous now because we just had a buddy cash for, what do you win? Like 45,000 or something down in Florida a couple months back. And he crushed 2 tournaments in a row. Won the first one, came in second place in the second one. And they actually live streamed the event, and they actually called out to us. We have a group of like 10, 15 players. I don't know where 248 donkeys come from. I think 248 is just kind of like the area code. We're all kind of in the Oakland County. All right, we got 310 here. This guy min raised. I'm getting good odds. This is a garbage hand, but 40 to win 240. I'm usually mucking most of the time here. But this Malik came along, made it a lot cheaper for me to see. I got backdoor flushes and straights, but I don't think I'm going too much farther on this. I might see one bet. Again, he's giving me better odds. Hopefully we get a check on the turn. All right. Queen of diamonds would be sick. Hopefully this guy makes it nice and cheap. I think I might have to call. He'd probably bet 350, my bet, I guess. Check, buddy. Make it free. 350. 53K. Thanks, Ian. Come on, Malik. Give me some odds. Call here. I gotta go for the straight flush draw on stream. Queen of diamonds. All right, what a fucking brick that was. Yeah. Ace queen. All right. Surprised I didn't 3-bet from the small blind there. Ace queen's one of those hands I talk with my buddies about ace queen. I always seem like I'm misplaying it. Back in, you know, like a year or two ago, I'd be 3-betting it like 90% of the time from pretty much any position. But I've discussed with my friends about like not 3-betting ace queen as much. But I feel like from the small blind you have to 3-bet it because you're going to be out of position most of the hand, and you want to kind of take the lead and have a better idea what's going on. Especially when you're out of position, you got to knock as many players out as possible. You don't want the big blind coming ahead. And that's exactly what happened. He priced me in by just flatting there. It was only a min raise, so he made it super cheap for me to call there. Ace queen should have not let 10-3 in there. 5's on the button. I'm deciding if I want 3-bet or just flat. I usually just flat and set mine. Sometimes I'll mix it up and you know, see if I can hit a set or not. But it's actually not a bad flop. But I'm in position too, so I don't necessarily need to go crazy with the 3-bet. Gary said good luck. Thank you, Gary. Now, like, see, I feel like I could raise here. There's no way that hit his range. It's a dry board. I could try representing overpair. Not an overpair, but let's see what happens. I have a feeling playing with a live stream is going to alter my play. I really do. I feel like I might like make some dumb plays. Okay, did not expect a flat there. I'm fucking done with this hand unless I spike a 5, but D-Kronks most likely have a 10 there. There's no way he's flatting a 6. I feel like I'm gonna like play some dumb plays. Okay, yeah, I'm done with this hand. Especially I 3-bet him. These guys both have monsters. I was repping a monster, but these guys actually have it. I don't know any of these players. That's the one thing I gotta learn about Michigan. What kind of players are gonna be jumping on here? This guy just ships it all in. It's gotta be like, what, jacks versus a queen 10 or some shit. Yeah, I really don't know what kind of players we're gonna get in Michigan. I mean, there's gonna be a wide range of players no matter where you go. Especially in a $100 tournament. I don't know like if we're gonna be against some crazy players. Especially we just started the tournament, we don't really know how aggressive this guy is. Man, I'm already down a lot. Tried one aggressive play. Okay, I'm gonna set mine again here. I'm already down to 1,500. Guess I'm tightening up already. I think there is like a minute delay or something. I'm trying to watch my stream on YouTube to see how late it is. Just editing my layout right now. Very exciting news. Alright, A6 here. Bar garbage from early position. A6 is garbage most of the time, but later positions I can raise. So this is the nightly stars 100, 10K guarantee. First place is so far 4K up top. We got 42 people in it right now. Also planning on playing the Super Tuesday. Right now there's only 2 people in it, so that may not happen. But that's 7,500 guaranteed. I wish it said what viewers are actually watching. I could probably, since it's people I know, most likely, at least chat with them. But yeah, for you guys viewing, before I start, I was just talking about, it's been basically a decade since I played online poker. It was huge back in the day from like 2006, 2009-ish. Online really blew up, and I loved it. I mean, I was just playing like $5 sit and go, so it wasn't much, but it's just for fun. Oh man, set over sec, that's pretty dirty. And so then Black Friday, or what do they call it, came, and it was like November of 2011, and the FBI came in and just completely closed down all sites like PokerStars and Full Tilt. And there hasn't been online poker since then. Obviously, you can go to like Canada and anywhere else you can play. It's only the United States. Had to get their tax money, of course. And it took them 10 years to finally get some legal poker to play. There is some offshore sites that people, my friends playing, Ignition, America's Card Room, Bodog, Bet Online, some sites like that. But I mean, they're fun to play, but I feel like there's, I don't know, less players, and obviously you have to trust putting your money into some suspicious offshore account. Not a big fan of that, especially if you want to pay for bigger tournaments. So I just prefer more legal methods, I guess. Plus, it's kind of fun to play against people that are in Michigan. So this is actually PokerStars Michigan specifically. So obviously there's PokerStars, PokerStars like worldwide, where all the other countries play. So Europe and Canada and all those other places. And then in the United States, it's more state-based because it's not legal on the federal level, which sucks. So Pennsylvania, Nevada, and New Jersey are like the three other main states. Michigan just legalized online sports, casino, and poker. They legalized it like a year ago, but through other processes and other BS, red tape, it took them finally a year. So it just went live almost 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago. So I haven't played too much, just a couple tourneys here and there. Played a little bit of blackjack just for fun, but yeah, I've been setting up my kind of poker streaming and thought I'd start playing poker more often at night. Most of the big tournaments are later at the, like 7 o'clock at night. So I don't know how often I'll be streaming, maybe a couple nights a week or not at all. I don't know, we'll see. We'll feel this out. This is my first stream, so. The big tournaments are usually on Sunday afternoons. They'll usually get like a $300 buy-in, $250 buy-in, and get a couple hundred players who'd be like, $4,000 or $5,000 up top. So this is there's a 2 days Tuesday, so we got Super Tuesday and Nightly Stars for 100 and 200. Q reviews, yo, what up, doe? Look at this guy's cool lighting. Yeah, let me play this in real quick. All right, last time I 3-bet, I got rolled over. I'm not even paying attention to the game. That's the sick part. I'm talking to you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna have to feel this whole live stream thing out because I can't talk and play at the same time. Just fold. Let me win a hand on stream. I haven't won a hand yet. This guy's tanking for no reason. Yeah, just 4-bet so I can fold. Q. Yeah, Q. I gotta show you my setup because you gave me a tour of your place. Check out Q reviews. Good buddy of mine. He streams movie reviews. Awesome. Oh, he got disconnected. Perfect. Yeah, fold him out. 20 seconds. That'd be great. Yeah, so check out his channel. He's great channel. Funny stuff. But before I wanted to get into streaming because of COVID, obviously, I wanted to try a new hobby. I already like poker, so may as well stream it. Streaming kind of blew up, and he's been, posting videos. So he kind of gave me a tour. Hey, 3-bet worked. Sweet. He gave me a tour of his setup, and it was pretty dope. I was pretty impressed. I was like, geez, you gotta have some bright lights in your face. I don't know how you do this. I'm just gonna play tight because I can't talk at the same time, but yeah, so it was kind of cool to see what the behind the scenes look of a YouTuber's setup looks like, with the lights. You got the backlights, you got microphones and cameras and tripods and all this extra stuff. Yeah, get used to it, buddy. Yeah, so I guess, you know, you gotta light your face. I got this big, nice softbox. I didn't want to, you can get like these small lights that are like, you know, this big, but they're like super duper bright. I'm like, I don't want that, so I went with it's like softbox that's like 2x3. So I'm not like blasting out my face the whole time. And then I got some LED lighting. I plugged all that stuff in. Had to do some soldering. It's pretty cool. It was a fun little side project for sure. Is very fun. So yeah, since most of you I know come over to my house anyways, I'll have to show you guys next time you come over. The big soft boxes are better. Exactly. Yeah, I know Q, you were using like one of those ring lights, but they like go around the camera. And so if you're looking right into the lens, you're just being blasted right in the eyes. When he showed me it, like I couldn't even see where the camera was. And he's like, oh yeah, I just kind of look in that general direction, that black hole over there. That's where I look. Light's looking good, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, just COVID, you know, you're quarantined and you get so bored. And I think most of you know me, like it's, you live alone, you get bored out of your mind, you gotta pick up a hobby. You can only watch so much Netflix and YouTube and stuff like that. So early when you know, Corona hit and we all were, you know, home, I was pretty friggin' lazy when this whole thing started. I was mainly just playing video games and working too, obviously, but the, you know, video games, you can only do so much. I'm like, when I started to realize like, all right, this quarantine's gonna be the long haul. This is gonna be forever, at least for a year. And I'm like, I gotta accomplish something now. Let's start, you know, thinking about like either hobbies or, you know, just doing projects and stuff. And, you know, I was thinking about like, you know, passive income, like what can I do, you know, for fun that I'm passionate about. I'm like, well, I don't know if some of you've seen my first YouTube video that I posted about me cooking an autumn meal, which is super fun, by the way. I am working on like a behind the scenes of that. I don't know when that's gonna get released. I always run into another project. 5's under the gun here. I hate doing that, but I hate folding 5s there, but I lost my train of thought. See, can't talk and play at the same time. Either I'm going to be talkative and not play, or I'm going to play and be dead silent. I gotta move to another table. But yeah, so I released that video, and it was a lot of work, and even setting up like the stream stuff for this. Here, I'll even do some transitions for you. Whoa, transitions! Look at me. Like the point I was getting to was I have a background with, you know, graphic design, and, you know, I do visual effects stuff for work. I already like poker. I already have a camera. I already have half the stuff. I already know how to do LED lighting. I'm like, well, shit, I'm just gonna, you know, I'll figure it out. I'll put it all together, and you're streaming. I'm a professional streamer now, so. No, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, but some of these fun side projects and hobbies and stuff. So, yeah, so I'd like to keep on posting YouTube videos and, you know, grinding, but ooh, aces versus ace king here. I guess you guys can't see it because I need to do a transition. Yeah, it was dirty. Well, good thing I've been kind of card dead here anyways. I've had a couple small pocket pairs, which are pretty useless. Especially in early position. Yeah, this guy min-raised. I don't like flatting here. I feel like 3-betting is more popular with like ace-5, ace-7 type of things. I don't know why, but I've been trying to practice it more. Back in the old days, sometimes either I'd flat or just muck, because a7's pretty useless. It's not even suited, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyways. My first 3-bet worked, so. All right, well, this is a super unconnected board. I'm gonna down bet just a little bit. Yeah, it actually worked. That was a really good board. Probably continue on because that range. I mean, king's in his range. Obviously, he can have his king, but he probably just had like some type of ace. But I feel like a 3-bet from small blind like is a strong play. I feel like, I don't know, because you know you're gonna play the hand out of position the rest of the hand, so it's like you gotta protect your hand. So I feel like it's typically a sign of a good hand, but I know some of my friends like to 3-bet like ace-5 suited or something like that from the small blind. I see that play more often, so. Malaka. Cool screen name on PokerStars. How did you come up with it? So I came up with my screen name because I was born with it. Yeah, I was actually thinking about my screen name. I've had screen names in the past. Or when I first started PokerStars is Orion 1285. Very, you know, I just liked that name when I was younger, Orion. But then my friends like were calling me Onion and Orion, and I don't know, it just didn't stick. I didn't care for it. I have a nickname at work, Shandor, but of course that was taken too, and I didn't really want to do a variation of that. Nothing really kind of sit well. And I'll be straight up honest, like I think screen names are stupid. I don't care for them. They're fun, but they just remind me of like the early AOL days of just like, you know, Sexy Man 64. They're fun, I get it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm more OCD and I'm just like, I want to just straight to the point. Just give me, my name's my name. That's who I am. Also, on top of all that, as you can see in my stream, I'm trying to promote myself since I'm my own brand. Alright, well, let's just erase here. So, I mean, obviously it's probably not great because there's people gonna just Google my name. If they happen to know I'm streaming, they can watch my stream. But if that's true, I can just do a stream delay. So they can't watch my hand live. Yeah, your mom's 69, exactly. Yeah, so I feel like I'm going against the grain by putting my real name out there. It's ballsy, but whatever, it is what it is. This tourney is got 71 players now. So this is 11 places, paid almost 3,000 up top. I've really had, I mean, it's still early, it's only half an hour in, but I've only had like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 playable hands. 3 bets kind of made me the money. Can you guys hear the music all right? I try to find like a middle ground background level, and my voice too. I'm kind of getting learning all these levels and feeling out what sounds good to you guys. All right, Kojak from middle position. This isn't that great. I'm kind of early middle position. I'm just gonna muck this. If it was suited, maybe I'd come along. Or a 3-bet, but I don't know. That's kind of a tight fold, actually. I could have just flatted, but music is low, kind of. Thank you, Condon. Q, if you're still on, you're gonna have to help me out with some of the stream element stuff. Like, I try to add like more players with the like last subscriber and all that stuff, but I think most of that stuff is like if you're tied into Twitch. Obviously I'm on YouTube. That's another thing I thought about a lot too, was streaming on Twitch versus streaming on YouTube. There's other streaming platforms too, but those are the main two. I felt like Twitch was just like pretty blown out already with streamers, obviously. And there was a lot of people on playing poker there too. And like I said, trying to build my brand, I want to kind of focus people more into YouTube right now, just because my videos are going to be there as well. So again, kind of just like that branding thing, I felt like I would stick with YouTube, but I did have to make like an Instagram, and which I never use, and just learn to link all my shit Q reviews. Tip 690. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You're the best. I didn't actually expect to get tipped. Oh man. Thanks, man. You're the best. But yeah, I love Twitch. I watch that a lot too, but just wanted to try out YouTube for sure. Do it live. Hell yeah. But yeah, if any of you guys have poker questions, feel free to ask. I know if some of you are new or haven't played at all. Q, we played that one game. I was like, what, year and a half, 2 years ago. Who was that with? Like Ayub and Danny. that was good times. But yeah, if you guys want to learn, I'll teach you what I know. I've been playing since 2003. That's my little history of poker is, I don't know who followed poker way back then, but back in 2003, I mean, the World Series of Poker has been around for, since the 70s. But it wasn't until 2003 when the fields got a little bigger, and so I'm just looking at my hand here, King Jack. He min raises me. What the hell is that? No, I raise you more. And it calls. All right, well, I'm kind of done with this hand. I'm gonna try down betting. It's a good turn. Ace-7 from the small blind here. But yeah, so the World Series of Poker in Vegas, it exploded in 2003 because, well, A, it was televised. B, they introduced what's called the hole cards or pocket cams or whatever. They had these little button cameras at each player. You could see the player's cards, and they recorded it, and then they played it out to ESPN. And then on top of that, Chris Moneymaker, who was like this just average dude, he won a online, I think, satellite for like $80 and ended up getting into the main event and ended up winning the thing. So Ace-7 here again. 3 bets have been working. I don't know why, but I'm like 4 for 4 or 3 for 3 on 3 bets. This guy's got a big stack on the cutoff here. I don't know why everyone's just min raising. Maybe it's working, but so I got backdoor straight and flush, 1 over, down bet. Oh shit! I hit the check button. Oh, that was a misclick. That might work out for my benefit. I misclick a lot too. Let's finish this hand real quick. Just don't raise. All right, now I have 2 pair. Now he called me there. I feel like he wanted a king. Let's see if I overbet and try to make it look like a bluff, maybe a little. It didn't matter. I don't think he had much. He probably just had a backdoor straight flush or a flush draw or something. Hey, won a hand. Condor tipped $1. You did it, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Anyway, so yeah, Chris Moneymaker. Back to my story. History of poker. Chris Moneymaker won it. He was a no-name guy. He got in for really cheap. Won, I think it was like $2.5 million. And so now with ESPN broadcast, you can see the cards. It's more exciting. The broadcasters were, pretty good. And then this average Joe wins it, and poker just exploded. And me and my cousin Joseph, we jumped right into it. I remember him and I watched the World Series. We watched that final table live back in 2003. And as soon as we started playing, we both got a deck of cards and we started playing it out. And the internet wasn't as huge back then, and poker wasn't like online too much. So we were kind of guessing how to play. We had to look up, get one of those Hoyle books, casino game books, and figure out how to play. Okay, everyone gets their chips in, blinds and dealer buttons, and burn a card before you turn the flop, turn in river. And it was all brand new to us. We had no idea what we were doing. And it was just this new fun experience. And I've been loving poker ever since. So that was back in 2003. So it's been 18 years or whatever, 17 years. So I've been playing. I go in these spurts when I play poker, and the guys I play with are little we're called the 248 donkeys for those who weren't here earlier. There's like a group of 10 of us who travel, and we'll get hotel rooms and hit bigger tournaments around the state. And they know me. Like I'll play like hardcore for like 6 months, and then just like either get bored or frustrated or sick of losing or not, sick of not winning. And then I'll just like not play it for 6 months to a year. So I definitely go in these like up and down waves. So I've been playing for 15 plus years, but I haven't really taken it seriously. Really, when I played in college, we were playing $2 games at the Rec IM every Tuesday. You get free pizza, play for gift cards. We'd go to my buddy's place afterwards and play for like $5 games. They had charity rooms that came up. There was a good 6-7 years where charity poker in Michigan especially like exploded. And you would see like in like backs of bars and restaurants and any billiards rooms, any billiard pool halls, they would clean out all the pool tables and put in poker tables instead because it made so much more money. And then bowling alleys, especially if they had any like birthday party rooms, it would be filled with poker tables. And this was super hot, maybe 2012, 13, I'd be guessing, or a little earlier than that. I actually worked at a charity poker room for a year or so, and met a couple good friends there that I still play poker with today. But yeah, so I played through all that rush of charity poker rooms, and then the same way that the government effed up online poker back in 2011, the government of Michigan, thanks to that prick Governor Snyder, he closed down, and the Michigan Gaming Control, they closed down all the charity poker rooms. So originally it was like 7 days a week. It'd be like 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. All these places. You could have like 4 charities at the same time. The max buy-ins were like 15,000. So they was getting these huge turnouts, couple hundred players in all these places. And then the government stepped in as they always did. And they regulated the shit out of it to all these places end up closing down. They went to like only one charity a night, max to like $5,000. So tournaments died, like live charity tournaments completely died, and then it just turned into like 1-2 cash games, which I don't like cash games. Queen Jack. I need to change my raise sizing here. So yeah, charity rooms had its height, and then it's died. So that's another reason why, between online and charity rooms, that's why I haven't played much poker. The only really good only tournaments period that I could find over the last like 5 years was Firekeepers in Battle Creek, and then down in Toledo at Hollywood. All right, so I'm out of position right here with Queen Jack. I'm gonna just keep this pot kind of small. Now I have a straight, so I gotta bet a little bit. I'll bet half pot. I'm surprised I got checked around. Insta folded. Okay, well those guys had nothing. Yeah, so you just asked a question about how do you know people aren't watching my stream. I mean, this is the my very first stream, so the odds of one of these people finding me is pretty slim to nil. There is a little delay. It's like maybe a minute delay. 3-bet folder. So that helps too. But if I might add a little bit of a delay, I can add like a minute or two, so they can't see my whole cards if they are stream sniping. But I like to keep it live. I'm not exactly sure how like if the chat's live, and I just respond to it a lot later. But I'm still like feeling that out and getting the timing right. But I'm not too concerned, especially in a tournament. Like if this was a cash game where they could specifically find what table I'm playing at. Obviously, like the table numbers up here. They could sit down at the cash game I'm playing at, but in a tournament, your table gets broken down so often that the odds of them, watching my stream and playing at my table at the same time is pretty low. And like I said, this is my first if I have like 10,000 viewers, yeah, maybe I'll change my tune. But to start off, I'm not too worried. Especially at smaller stakes, I don't think it's that big a deal. But yeah, back to my story. Just like So yeah, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, you know, once online went away, charities went away, poker just kind of died for me. So I took like a 2-year break and not playing because there's no place to go. The casinos in Detroit, I did put Michigan on the title of this because you know, this is PokerStars Michigan, and you know, I'm obviously from Michigan. I'm in I'm north of Detroit, so I'm in the Ferndale area. So, you know, most of my stories are gonna be Michigan related anyways. But like I played at MGM, Motor City, Greektown. Even them, like Greektown was huge for poker. I'm not sure what year, maybe 2012 or something like that. They would get 100 player tournaments for like $120. But the rake, the fees for those tournaments were really expensive. And I don't know what happened, but they just started to die out, and Greektown eventually like closed their poker room at the time. That was a huge poker room too. But they closed their poker room, put slots in there. Now they have like a smaller poker room. But I've played cash games at all those three Detroit casinos. I'm not a huge fan of them. I mean, I like going to them and they're fun, you know, just to have a good time. But I'm a tournament player, more specifically. I'll play cash every once in a while, but I'm just not a big fan. And the tournaments in Detroit are just, no offense, but hot garbage. They did get a new, I heard they got a new tournament director in, you know, this was a year ago now, but at Motor City, and he was like, he put together this nice sheet of tournaments, like this tournament series, like a serious, good, like, you know, $600 buy-in or whatever it was to get some real players finally. And I think like the state like backed out and like canceled it or whatever. So, you know, I don't plan on going to the Detroit casinos. I did start trying to play 2-5 cash games just to see if it was any different than 1-2. Unfortunately, it just is insane. But like if you play 1-2 cash game at a Motor City, Motor City's, well, they're always jam packed, but they're famous for their big, their tournament, like not tournament, but jackpots. They're bad beat jackpots, where there's, you know, $200,000 if quads beat quads, you know, which is, so you'll see these players just limping in every single hand and just playing stupid just to see if they can hit the jackpot. So like playing poker, a 1-2 cash game at Motor City just kind of was dumb. And, you know, I've heard stories of, you know, that players being really stupid and loose too. The reason I'm more of a tournament player is just because I view it as more of a lot more strategy and there's a lot more game to it and a lot more thinking to me, because there's a lot more with the blinds raising. You have to do something. Like obviously the blinds encourage you to play more, and you have to loosen up sometimes or play more aggressive. Like it changes your strategy live, and it changes the players around you too. It's definitely more organic. And cash games, you can, you know, sit down with 1,000, play one hand and leave, or you could play for 10 hours. Like there's no structure to it, and I think the structure is what I enjoy. Like I know this tournament, I don't know how long this is gonna go. This could go for a couple hours. But like a sit and go, for instance, I know if I put $10 in, that thing's gonna last at maximum an hour. So I know that, you know, I'm not gonna waste too much time. But yeah, cash games, just I could never really get into them. They're a whole other animal. Like back when well, it's still true to this day actually. When I started, I didn't know the difference between cash and tournaments. I knew there was a difference, so I just assumed everybody played the same. But I got really good at tournaments, and I was starting to win a couple, some charity tournaments. And so I'd take my winnings over to the cash game. I'm like, all right, well, I'm crushing the tourneys. Like, you know, let's try to crush a cash game, and it just didn't work out that way at all. It's there's just a whole other beast. I'm just getting it out of the way here. I probably could have seen the flop, but yeah, cash games are just a whole other animal. It's a way looser, way more aggressive game. You see some crazy plays, and sometimes a lot better players too. Like, I think I felt pretty comfortable in tournaments because I always felt like I was the better player at the table. Like, I was always playing against weaker players, but when I played cash games, I don't know. I always felt like I was the worst player at the table, and I was, because I was always losing. And the other, like I said about structure, it's not structure of tournaments, but structures as in just like my own life structure. So like cash games, if you go on tilt, and I saw Ricky just joined in. What up, bro? Miss you, buddy. If you get on tilt with a cash game and you lose, well, you just go to the cashier and just buy in again, and buy in again, and buy in again. And obviously for a gambler, that's very bad, obviously, to keep buying in over and over and over again. And that's what I would do. I'd be super tilted that I got, coolered or whatever, misplayed something, and then just lose a couple thousand a night or something. I'm kidding. I wouldn't lose a couple thousand. What are we doing? All right, ace deuce suited on the button. My 3-bet's been going pretty well. I'll try it again. Somebody else doesn't do it. Of course, it's more expensive now. And blinds been going up. Trying to figure out a good sizing for a 3-bet. All right, that's the wrong black I wanted. I want clubs, not spades. All right, this guy donk leads into me after I 3-bet, which is crazy. This has got like a jack and he doesn't want spades to come. I'm just gonna be done with this hand. Wish I had that flush draw, that would have been nice. Ricky, I hope I get like Jack 10 suited for you. I'll try to represent. Now, if I was playing poker properly, I'd be actually paying attention to what these guys are doing to see who's loose and tight and stuff like that. Because maybe that guy's raised, a couple times already another gun. I don't know. I'm talking too much. Do you ever play on Global? I have not. My buddy just joined and he's been playing. I heard they have pretty good tournaments on Thursday. I'm not sure what the difference from Global is from like Ignition and all those other sites, because I don't think they're all like technically legal. I mean, like, it matters anyways, but yeah, I haven't jumped on Global yet. I play when I think last year I started playing on Bet Online, and I played on Ignition a couple times, but not much. I tried out America's Card Room too. But now that I got legal Michigan, I've been focusing on that, just starting that since that happened a couple weeks back. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin? To the moon! Let's go, rocket ship. Hey, we can use the Tesla SpaceX next rocket. We're gonna take that to the moon because it's gonna be purchased with Bitcoin. Elon Musk is gonna take us to the moon. How's it doing today? I haven't looked at Bitcoin. I did sneak in a couple more dollars into it. I'm gonna change this from a poker thread to a Coinbase live stream. Woo, 46.6. All right. Let's see if 50. It's gonna hit 50K here soon, I'm sure. Yeah. Hey, look at that chart. Oh, that's gonna be out of focus. Yeah, boy. Yeah, this is not like a stocks thread, man. I don't know. I will give you some bad advice. Hi, this is the live stream for bad advice. Go all in with 7 deuce, obviously. Put all your money in GameStop. Put all your money in the stocks. All right, let's see. I kind of wish there wasn't a delay, because I'd let you guys just tell me what to do with all my hands. 3-bet, this guy, his name is GameStop. I mean, you gotta 3-bet him. I've 3-bet him twice already, though. It says money. One of these times I'm actually gonna 3-bet with an actual hand. I've been getting some pretty shit hands overall. I mean, I don't like to complain, but I like to complain. Just go away, game stonks. Hey, that's not a bad flop. Down betting always seems to be the right play. I don't know why. I like down betting. That's one thing I learned this year, or last year. Hey, 5-minute break. Down betting is when you bet like a quarter or a third of the pot instead of the whole pot size. Back in the day, all the poker books would just say bet half pot or 2/3 pot no matter what. That's just what you did. That's always a strategy, half pot. But I find like that down betting is becoming more popular, and I like it because it's just cheaper in general. You're betting, you're still kind of protecting your hand, not as much so, but if they have a draw, they're gonna call anyways. And if you get check raised, it gives you a good out to just leave because it wasn't too expensive to just stab the pot. I'm sure there's other good reasons. I can't think of them right now, but I feel like I've saved a lot more money by down betting like quarter pot or something like that. Butternutter, that's my cousin. Great stream. Well, it's a 5-minute break. I have another tournament coming up at 8. It's a Super Tuesday. I am going to run to the bathroom real quick. Should be back in like 2 minutes. And I'm going to make sure I mute my mic because I don't want you hearing anything. All right, I'll be right back. All right. All right, so I got another tournament coming up at 7. This is gonna be the Super Tuesday 200, 7.5K guarantee. Aw, buddy. GameStop is on my left, great. Let me show those 2 tables. That tournament started right now. I don't know if Q is still on, but I definitely need to get one of those stream decks. It's got those cool little buttons you get to push. It's like a hotkey for your computer. I need like a mute button and switch cameras and stuff like that. All right. 3-bet on the first hand. Let's fold here. Q Reviews is here. This is a $200 tournament. This motherfucker just shipped. 4-bet all in. What the hell's going on? What? I mean, shit, I would have called 9 deuce. This guy pushed with 6s. You gotta be kidding me. Ha! You got counterfeited. Oh my god. What the heck was that? That was insane. I would be livid. What? That's bizarre. You see that kind of stuff on like a free roll or a $5 game. You don't see that stuff in a $200 tourney. I mean, just fold the ace queen. Or was he was the one that shoved, wasn't it? That's stupid. So that just blows my mind. I've never seen that in any decent sized tournament. So 6s were winning and it went double pair. So ace high kicker. Boy, they split it with ace high. That's pretty dirty. But why is he shipping with 6s? Ace queen, like that's probably. I'm just gonna mark this guy as just red, as stupid. Oh, he's the guy at my table too, so I can mark him here too. For you, those don't know online poker, you can make notes on players. Let's see. Called all in. 6s. Garbage notes, whatever. That guy's garbage. But he's got 20K in this tourney, so he's not too stupid, obviously. Maybe he's just some rich asshole that's just like, $100 does not mean anything to me. Satin Patel. What up, Satu? Even pocket 9s, I'd be fucking folding that shit. This game stopped 2020, yeah. Crazy. I mean, first hand of a tournament, like, especially a deep tourney, you start out with 10K, it's a slow moving tourney, good structure. Like, anything crazy early on, you want to avoid at all costs. Unless you're just, crazy and you want to try to build a huge stack. Which I'm very accustomed to too. Like if there's rebuy tournaments back in the day in charity games, a rebuy tournament was just it was a mess. Especially if it was like a $20 buy-in and $20 rebuy or whatever. It would just be whoever can ship it the most and you know, see who gets lucky first, and then try to build up a big stack, which I never liked. But all right, well, call one to see, you know, save face here. I'm done with this hand. My 3-bets aren't working on that hand. I love 3-betting because it's just such a strong. It usually shows a lot of strength. I mean, like a decade ago, if you 3-bet somebody a decade ago, you had pocket aces like guaranteed. But now you can 3, 4, 5-bet all day long with garbage. Makes the game a lot more interesting. I think that's the other reason I've liked poker for so long, is because it's evolved so much. I had a whole stack of poker books, like literally like a 1.5 foot of poker books I read. I mean, Dola Brunson's books, like, you know, 4 inches thick, and those books are great, and I learned a lot of them. But they're so dated to today's, you know, knowledge of poker. There's game theory, optimal poker, that just is so different from when I started. I mean, a 3-bet actually meant something back in the day, but now a 3-bet means nothing. I mean, you can 3-bet somebody from early position, and you'll still be flatted, you know, or, you know, raised or 4-bet or something, you know, plenty of times. So. I think that the shitty part, which I found that was kind of the case on when I played, like, when I was playing sit and goes on, I think it was Ignition and Bet Online a year or so ago. It was always the same 9 players, like over and over and over again. And I'm already finding, because this is just PokerStars Michigan, I'm already finding that I'm playing against the same players over and over and over again. Like, I've played with My Balance and Bish Please like a million times, and I'm just getting out of the way here. So that's the downside of being stuck playing against people in your own state over and over. You're just gonna get to know these players, which has its pros and cons, because they're getting to know you too, obviously, at the same time. So that can backfire. I 3-bet from the small blind with a weaker ace a couple times this tourney, but this guy's getting a little on the deep side. I don't want him shipping on me. I'm gonna kind of tighten up this tourney anyways, because I don't know. Oh, I feel like I've already been pretty tight. GameStop's obviously an aggressive player with a big stack. I don't want to mess with him. I've never played this tournament either, so I'm kind of getting used to it, but Bob Haury, that's my dad. Thank you, Dad. I will take all of the luck. Every single ounce of luck, I will take it. I don't believe in, you know, curses or anything like that, so. Break a leg. Fill up my luck bar. You gotta run good. You gotta play good and run good. That's the main game. You can be the best player in the world, but you can't outplay luck. Sometimes you can, but if you're, I think that's the cool thing about poker is, like, you definitely get into these different moods and like modes that you're playing in, and you know, when you're playing with your buddies, you might loosen up a little bit and play a little more aggressive and silly. And then when you go play in a big tournament, you're in the game, you're focused, you're not fucking around, you're dead silent, you're just playing the game. So there's a wide range of different ways you can play poker and enjoy it. But no matter what tournament I'm playing in, it's usually when I'm playing in like a serious tournament. Getting into the zone is always the best part of poker. It's this weird, rare thing. That you can get in the zone for anything you do, obviously. But like in poker, I feel like if you're playing excellent and your cards are pretty solid, and your bluffs are getting through, and you're winning your coin flips, and you're just like so tuned in, like the rest of the world just doesn't exist. So it's a great way to play. It's just hard to get into it. So I'm obviously gonna 3-bet this. I'm out of position against the guy on the button. I'll just add tack on a little bit. Well, I'm not 3-betting, he limped, sorry. Punish the limpers, I guess. Ace queen is pretty good, but him limping on the button is usually a weak play here. I flop 2 pair, that's not bad. I'm still gonna down bet this. There's obviously a bad turn card, could be like a king of diamonds or something. I don't want to see too much more. I'll bet a little less than half, try to pull. My goal is kind of lose one and keep one, and hopefully, I'm hoping obviously they just have monster draws and they miss. All right, well, I got the third option, which is he re-raises me. I'm just gonna flat now. He's taking the aggressive, so I'm probably gonna check the turn no matter what's gonna happen. I mean, he limped on the button, so he could have 5s in his range. He's not gonna have aces or queens, obviously, so I'm only losing to 5s, really. Jesus, am I gonna go broke on this hand? This guy just bet pot. I mean, 5s make sense. He could be limping with ace 5, but why wouldn't he raise? I mean, do I just ship it here? I don't know what to do. I give up. I guess he just has 5s and I got coolered. I don't know. I mean, what's he got? Like an ace? Yeah, oh, shitty little ace. What the hell's he doing? All right, ship it. That guy was, okay, yeah. Label red. I don't know what the heck is he thinking. I'm just gonna get away here so I can make a note. Limped button with AJ. Like, what was he doing? I raised pre, so he's got to put me on some ace. I don't know. I'll take the double in a bit. I'll take the double. I won't complain. I mean, I guess I could have flatted there. I think that was probably the I guarantee if you put it into to Alex Solver, it would have just say flat. But I mean, he's positioned himself to not like get away with many rivers. It would have been shipped on the river anyways. Like I'm probably gonna check and he's gonna fire the river. Says he played that so badly. He's thinking like ace jack is actually a solid hand there, which it is, and you know, most of the time. But there's only 10 freaking players in this tourney. Jesus. Hey, I'll take it. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, I could have flatted, but he bet pot, and it's like, if I flat there, the pot would have been up to it. Would have been up to 7,500 anyways. I mean, obviously you're shipping on the river. I mean, I guess if he's just like flushing and straighting, maybe the shove there is fine because it makes him fold his draws. I don't know. Sorry, I forgot. I gotta keep these screens in the right place. That's the other thing I love is the hand replayers. Down bet he raises. I call. Whatever. Whatever, it worked. I'll stop. Oh, he's gone. Go figure. Yeah. I'll just set mine here. Whatever. I hate baby pocket pairs. Actually might be good. I might have to call a bet here if he bets. Dude, check down 10s. Okay. Hey man, I'll take it. I mean, I get these, there's 2 overs. Maybe that's not a bad play. But once that queen hits, he's got to feel a little bit more confident to fire a bet in there, in position. Check down 10s. There's whatever. I try to keep note, like I was just talking about how there's not too many players in Michigan. You'll be playing against the same players over and over again. So I think that's even more key to keep notes on players, to really kind of, you know, remind yourself of how this person plays. Like I said to my buddies a couple days ago, like it's overall, I haven't played in too many tourneys, but the field's been pretty soft. I've been only impressed by one guy so far. Excuse me. But, you know, like I said, I'm not exactly playing against 1,000 players. Yeah, ace, probably good. So now we're 4-handed already. Jeez, oh Pete's. All right, 9's on the button. Man, I've like barely been paying attention to this game. I haven't gotten many cards that wake me up either, really. 83 players, blinds are 75, 150. Hopefully under the gun bet gets out of the way here. I decided to bump it up one more. I don't like min raising with a min pocket pair. Just kind of protect it a little bit more. This guy 3-bet me. Yeah, just take it. It's a great flop for 9s. God, there's already 1,000. This is a quarter of a stack. Actually, I probably shouldn't have down bet that, but I'll take it. AJ. He's closer to straight. I wonder if that's the AJ that I know. I'm assuming it is. That's what I was saying earlier in the stream, is like, it's a downside. You don't know like who the viewers are, who's seeing it, or who's commenting, especially if they have some, you know, weird name or something. You're trying to figure out who they are. I'm assuming these people are the people I know, but I'll just keep talking. Doesn't matter. All right, this guy's 3-bet me twice. I don't like that. I got the button. 640, why so much? I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm gonna flat. Queen Jack's pretty strong from the button. 480 is a lot though. Just hope the board's decent. I would have liked for some diamonds and 10 or something to make it more juicy. Obviously that's a good range for him too. God. I mean, I got middle pair. I don't like it. This guy's betting so much though. Unless he's just got a... I mean, obviously a king's pretty good for him in his range. Really bet pot again, I guess I muck. I mean, it's half his stack. Unless I can turn my hand into a bluff and represent the spades. Maybe that's why he was overbetting, so he doesn't want to see a spade. If he checks here, I probably have to fire, turn my hand into a bluff, or just check it down. Do either or, I guess. Jeff, what do I do? This guy must be disconnected. There's no way he's tanking this long. Just ship it, dude. I'm gonna fold. And he could have like Any middle pocket pair? I don't think he would have. Yeah, he is disconnected. Oh shit! If I bet, does he fold? No, he doesn't. All right. Well, that was a fuck up by me. My bad. In my head, I was thinking once he's disconnected, if I bet, his hand gets auto-mucked. Oh, fuck me. And now he knows that. Well, that was fun. Oh, my hand might be good anyways. I'll check. I give up, dude. You win. Sometimes in online poker, well, most of the time, you have your countdown timer and your hand, you know, usually goes dead once your timer runs out, and once they're like considered like sitting out, all you do is hit the bet button and it automatically mucks his hand. But I think if he's in a hand, then does that mean he gets another? Oh, that's why, because he gets another time to. Okay, that's why. That's my fault then. I should have just checked it, or you know, represent spades or whatever. He probably would have called anyways, but yeah, so that makes more sense. Since I bet, it restarted his clock, so that was my bad, but that makes more sense. Save me money anyways. Oh man. All right, I'll keep that in mind. That was kind of a dick move. What is these 3 bets, man? All right, you win. Good job. I'm on button. 3 bet 5. All right. I'll call and fold. That's fine. Man, I'm gonna be just. That's not the turn I wanted, but I'll take it. Sometimes you just make horrible. What the fuck? All right. Okay. Good job. You win. Check jams. I mean, how you not have a jack in your hand? All right. Good. You win. Good job. Good on you. I give up. I'm an idiot. Yeah, check jamming with the straight draw, straight out there pretty much is either a really stupid bluff or I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna try to tighten up at the table. A couple more players into it at least. 12 players. I probably should just muck that hand anyways. I don't know. It's not a good hand. I mean, it's suited. I got position on him, but it is what it is. Of course, we were 4-handed too, so an ace is pretty strong at the time, I think. Lost $3,000 just on questionable calls. God, how nice would it be for me to take down both these tourneys? Welcome to my poker stream. I just crushed it. That's the thing about streaming, is to get like you know, thousands of viewers is I mean, you got to be either entertaining or just phenomenal at what you do. I mean, you know, you go watch a Call of Duty streamer, you know, it's always like the best of the best is getting the thousands of views. I mean, you're playing in a very saturated market as a live streamer. You know, there's even I was talking about earlier is just how like Twitch, you just go to Twitch, you just type in poker or whatever, there'll be, you know, 2,000 streamers on at the same time. You know, people at the bottom are, you know, one streamer or one viewer or something like that. But it's not until you get to your pro level, like I forget his name, but you know, somebody like Daniel Negreanu who gets, you know, thousands of viewers. You know, he's rich enough, he doesn't need any more viewers. Although he did just lose $1 million in the heads up challenge to Doug Polk, which was slightly entertaining, but yeah, for those who don't watch poker, Danny Negreanu was, I don't know, he's pretty debatable as whether he's a really good player or not. Like back in the day, he, you know, crushed it, and he's still a great player, and he still wins a lot. Obviously, he's definitely one of the best players in the world for sure. But I know like some of my poker buddies just hate his guts, and like, you know, they're like, his poker books are so out of date, and you know, he doesn't know anything about game theory or GTO poker, like, you know. And then I've been watching some of his live. I was a huge fan of his for years. I even had an autographed book of his. I was a huge fan, and but watching him play live has made me lose a lot of respect for him, because he's just a complete asshole that just like gets super duper tilted, which, you know, he's just like, oh, this guy got so effing lucky on me. I'm like, dude, you've been playing for your whole life for 30 years and you're the best of the game. Like, you should be used to swings like this. A, B, you can afford that. You know, you can afford to lose $1 million when you're worth, you know, 50 million. And you wouldn't think like tilt would get to somebody, you know, like a pro especially. That's the one thing I learned about poker was like, when you first start playing poker and you win, when your like aces get cracked, you're really freaking pissed off when your aces get cracked. But when your aces get cracked over 15 years, you just get used to it and you realize it's just math and it's just part of the game, and every once in a while your aces are going to get cracked. So when you get used to some like dirty shit like that, this guy called with ace 5, was he nuts? You know, when you get used to getting coolered or really bad luck, you kind of just like brush it off. I mean, like when I would get tilted, I think most people get tilted when it might be bad luck, but if it keeps happening over and over and over and again, especially in the same session, that's when it gets really frustrating. You get tilted really bad. And I definitely get tilted, no doubt. I think when like you're online playing at home by yourself, like, yeah, you're gonna be like pretty pissed because you can just let your feelings out. When you're in a tournament, in a tournament, like in real game, real life at a casino, you know, your face is out in the public, so you don't want to act like a complete asshole. But I did get my most tilted moment at a casino was I was playing, all my buddies were there, Jeff was there, I think, and I made it really deep in this tournament. I think I freaking bubbled it, or was it the bubble? Oh no, I cashed in the tournament. I finished in like 6th. Oh, that's what it was. I was super short stacked at the final table with like 6 players left, and I was begging for a chop. A chop is when, you know, you take that remaining prize pool and you just divide it amongst people evenly. Obviously it's not good mathematically for like huge chip leaders to do that, because they're most likely statistically going to win if they got like a huge stack. But it's really good for short stack players because the odds of them laddering up and winning more money is harder to do. So like a chop is really good for a short stack. So I think there was like 7 players left. Everybody was agreed to a chop except for one asshole. And he's like, no, I'm not chopping. And this was like a tournament where like 10K was up top or something. I think this was like a 300 bounty tournament or something like that. It was probably less than that, but so I'm like dying for a chop, and the guy refuses it. And so I go all in next hand because I'm short stack, and I have like ace queen, and the other guy has ace jack, and he spikes a jack on me. So I was already pissed about the guy not chopping, and then I was dually pissed because, you know, I got sucked out on. And then third, obviously I didn't ladder up, and the next ladder was another like, you know, $1,000 or something. So I was super duper tilted, and I was wearing a hat. I just slammed my hat on the table on the floor. I was already away from the table, so no one was around me, but I slammed my hat on the floor, and just the entire like poker room just turned around and looked at me, and I was just like, fuck. I mean, it's funny now, and it was embarrassing because all my buddies are watching me too, and they just saw how like unlucky and tilted I was. So that was probably my like lowest poker moment, I would say. I try not to get tilted. It's really, really hard to do. You know, if you get sucked out a couple times, you know, okay, that's poker, that's the world, that's the way it is. But you know, if it's just dumb play after dumb play, and people are just getting super lucky on you, over and over and over again, and you're just losing out, it's just it becomes super, super frustrating. That's kind of kind of the nature of the game, I guess. You mad, bro? Yeah. I think Ian, I think you might have been there too, maybe. I was so tilted. But yeah. Poker can be a dangerous game at times. I've definitely been in some other awkward moments where people, you know, are just like super tilted next to you, and you're like, I don't want to sit next to this guy. Jeff said the guy who won at shop was also really bad. Yeah, he was pretty shite. That's the worst, is getting beat up by just a horrible player. That's got to be one of the worst things in poker. When you're just like, I know this guy is garbage. I know I can outplay him, but like no matter what you do, he just has your number, and he's just like smoking you. He's just making the dumbest plays. I did actually have another tilt moment. I pulled a Phil Hellmuth. I kind of did it jokingly too, but I was also tilted. This was at Soaring Eagle last year. I think there's like 3 of us that went up there, D and Ian, I want to say. And this was like a $400 buy-in. And these players are garbage. They are Soaring Eagle players are really bad. If you go to Firekeepers, there's some bad players. I mean, average is not that great, but this was like Soaring Eagle for like a good, solid, big, good structured tournament. A lot of money up top. Overall, the players were pretty bad. And when you're a decent player playing against a field of really bad players, obviously it's to your advantage, because in the long run you're just going to smoke them every time. But when bad plays of theirs gets rewarded over and over and over again, that's when you start to lose your mind and get really frustrated. And I felt like that's where I got like really, really tilted a couple times, was up there. Just like, you know, why are you calling with 5-7 off from early position? You're limping. I raised 4x. You still came along. The board came 5-5-7. Like, why are you in that hand? And it just, you know, you get super tilted. But I don't remember how the hand went, but this guy like did something, and I called a Phil Hellmuth, because Phil Hellmuth does like this. Phil Hellmuth is another world-renowned player. Questionable if he's like one of the best still nowadays, but he's got the most World Series bracelets, so whatever that's worth. But he's known to talk a lot and complain and bitch and moan, and he's just a whiny little bastard. That's why he's one of those guys you love to hate. And so one of his famous lines is he's playing at some final table or some TV table, and his wife is in the audience, and he's like, honey, did you see? He called me with queen high. Did you see? It's just, I don't know, one of those Phil Hellmuth quotes. But I pulled one of those myself at that Soaring Eagle tournament. D was sitting at the table next to me, and this guy did the same thing pretty much. And I was like, D, can you see this? Like, can you believe what this guy just called me with? This guy's called me the queen higher over here. And I just felt like such a Phil Hellmuth. I was just like bitching and moaning and whining. It was, again, another sad moment in my life. But you know, it is what it is. That's poker. Fun game, but it can punish you for sure. 250, 150, 250. Man, I'm like getting short stacked here. I better get out of the way here. I don't know if I'm playing tight or just not paying attention, but I feel like I'm just kind of card dead right now. That's why I'm talking so much, I think. 6-4, I raise a lot of time. Early position's not the best, obviously, but you know, if it was 500, I'd only have 10 bigs, so I only got like 22 bigs or something like that. So I don't want to get crazy from early position with a weak hand, unless it flopped really well. What the hell am I listening to? It's like Christmas music. Let's start this playlist over again. Yeah, he was there. You mad, bro? Q, I don't know if you're here. The other question I had about streaming is, what music do you play in the background? Because all this DCM, DMC, whatever if it's called, the copyrights, you can't play any like good music that you want to listen to. So I had to find some non-copyright music, which is just like generic EDM or whatever. I found this one guy on YouTube called Harris Heller. He just has he just has hundreds of songs that are all kind of like EDM, and they're not bad, but I don't want to get like copyright closed, shut down, I don't know what happens, but I don't want to deal with all that crap. All right, got moved again. 19 players. Why are we four-handed with 19 players? I don't know. Yeah. 8-3-4. I just sat down. Oh, great. Game stops on my left again. The same tournament. He just rebought again. Oh, what a dipshit. I'll call one bet here. Just got 2 overs. I mean, I could try to represent, but I'm gonna try to rep that ace, or, oh shit, he had it. Okay, well, that works sometimes. That was a good check for him. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at repping the hand that the other player has. I do that 90% of the time. I was shocked that he checked the ace. I mean, that board was pretty good. Yeah. What is it? I stabbed and failed. Of course, I mean, there's nothing else I'm beating here. Whatever, good slow play. Worked. He outplayed me. He says, nah, you'll be good, just don't play Taylor Swift. man, I want my hand back. Well, yeah, Q, I mean, I was looking, I Googled it and I was, you know, watching YouTube videos, and because I read there, like, YouTube's basically said, like, if you're copyrighted, our system scans for copyright information, and anything that's copy, I don't know what kind of algorithm they have, if they, you know, scan for that stuff and take it down or whatever, but I think most likely what will happen, the video gets demonetized, most likely, but I'm not even gonna deal with that. I'll just play some non-copyright garbage. Deuces for the win. Let's go. Ship it. Deuces. Man, I had that one big hand where I got up to 18K, and it's been downhill ever since then. I've done absolutely nothing in this other tournament. I think starting stack was 5K, that's where I'm at. I'm about to get blinded out. Blinds are gonna be 2-4 soon. Yeah, WB will take your money. Yeah, say I ain't messing with that. I mean, I'm never gonna be monetized. I have to have a lot more viewers and shit for that, but whatever. This is just for fun, as they say. Been getting a lot of ace garbages. Not even suited. Got GameStop on the left and blind, so you know he's gonna go all in here. I'm just giving up on that game. This guy's been pretty wild already. His range has gotta be all over the damn place. I'd rather have a little bit more equity in the hand to dance around. Man, it's been pretty boring. Had that one big hand, that was it. That's the joy of online. You can just multi-table 4 tables, but since it's either 2 bigger tournaments, I thought I'd try to take it a little bit more seriously. It's super. I mean, I've done 4 tables, just like doing sit and goes or something like that. And sit and goes are actually kind of tricky too for tabling, because I mean, if you do good and you make it to you know, top 3 in all 4 games, and it's go go go, you're constantly you know, folding or raising or something. You're like, your eyes are constantly moving all over the place. It's pretty stressful. Probably should go some more, but piece garbage. Just too short for that shit. All right, my 5s are no good. But yeah, like if you're multi-tabling like a cash game or a bigger tournament, I think it's easier, because if it's 9-handed, like a full ring, jeez, oh Pete, it's a full ring 9-handed table. It's definitely gonna give you more time to kind of process what's going on when you're multi-tabling, because it takes longer to, you know, the action's back on you and folds around and all that stuff like that. But if you're playing heads up, it's go go go. Man, I gotta figure this guy out a little bit more. I'm gonna flop the joint. That fucking works too. All right, be crazy. Game stop. Just shove. I am gonna check raise because I'm gonna protect my hand a little bit. It's not that great of a flush. He snap called and a spade comes. That's not what I wanted at all. Now I need to slow down and... God damn. That's kind of a cooler. I don't know what to do here if I just 9 high flush, flop the joint, and yeah, I gotta get out of here. That was dirty. That was dirty, dirty, dirty. This guy's a wild birdie, could have anything. That's the problem. The board pairing doesn't help either, obviously. Obviously, this guy's just been shipping it with anything, but I mean, I think I did it. I think I played it okay, at least. I mean, maybe he could have raised more on the flop, but if he's got a spade anyways, he's probably just gonna come along, flop the joint, and turn a spade. A 9 high flush is probably most likely never ever gonna be good there. He could easily have an ace in his range. I think he min raised under the gun, so ace of spades could easily be in his hand. 2 kings out there. He could have had a king of spades for that matter, right? Oh no, wait, king of clubs or something like that. But I don't think he'd be shipping with just the king, so. I mean, he could have flopped a set maybe, but I don't think he would have. I don't think he's betting the turn. So either had like the nut flush or probably absolutely nothing. 7 deuce, that's an all in, right? That sucked. So that's the kind of hand I need to put into the game theory optimal solver or whatever. The solver will mathematically figure out what the hell I did wrong. That guy's been wild. I mean, he could have been just full of air, which is possible, but if I check raise and he bets turn, it's... I mean, if I'm check raising there, he's got to be putting me on some type of hand either, and even if he doesn't have the ace of spades, he could have easily put me on the ace of spades, and obviously I would have turned the nut flush. So why would he fire their turn? I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Just cool. I'll just say it's been a pretty bad cooler. That's my excuse. Man, I got 10 bigs already? Alright, well, that's a ship. This tournament, like, I don't know. Seemed just weird. It seemed like it's going really quick. I got 10 bigs? Like, what happened? Have I really been that card dead? That's kind of disappointing. Yeah, 10 bigs. I'm always gonna ship an ace on the button. Any ace, a lot of kings. I feel like if you get into like 5 to 15 big blind raise range, you could probably min raise fold maybe. Like this right here, I'll probably just min. This is the downside. I mean, it's a good min here because if he just ships, I can just fold because he's got a really short stack too. So if I bet anymore, I mean, and he ships, I lose 800. Obviously, that's bad. But at this point, I'll take blinds and antes since I'm so short. I mean, I already got back up to 15 bigs, kind of ish. Everybody's short though. I mean, all these guys are 10 bigs. 10, 11, 12, 15 bigs. I feel like this tournament's going faster than I guess it's 2 hours. Actually, it's 8:49. It started at 7. 2 hours, I guess, is not bad. I think this. Let me just check out the lobby. GameStop. Oh shit. Our buddy GameStop is at 43K. He's in second place. Yeah, well, that goes to show. I mean, that guy's either just nuts, bluffing, super aggressive aggro player, or just super lucky. It's one of the two. It's crazy. I mean, his name is GameStop, so obviously he put money into GameStop. So he's either filthy rich or dead broke. Folded pocket threes there. Under the gun +2. Super short. Not much you can do with that except for muck. Which is pretty boring, but little pocket pairs are usually pretty useless. King high ships it. Yeah, this table is just gonna be a lot of all-ins. A lot deeper into the tournament. My balance, I played against him a couple times, I think. I have a break here in a couple more minutes. Get a good stretch going. Good time to pick up sevens. Alright. Bigs, I'm hoping this gets mucked around to me. 1,000. Well, I'm not getting any fold equity and most likely crushed. I usually open ship or min raise, but I think that's just a fold, unfortunately. Especially with my guy on my left here. He's got such a short stack. But I will save a fifth of my my stack for another time. There's always better spots. That's the other thing about that big hand that went down. Like, I'm still like super deep in this tourney. It's only 1-2. I got 8K. Even though I'm below average and below starting stack, it's still deep enough where you can come back. So it's putting your chips on the line early is just kind of stupid, like I was saying earlier. GameStop obviously just doesn't give a shit about that and is willing to put it in. Seems like he's just trying to put it in to build a big stack. Actually, I want to see what his table looks like. Yeah, his other table, he's already lost 10 grand, so. Ace Jack, I hate this hand. You can 3-bet this a lot of times. I'm on the cutoff. This guy's from kind of early mid position. I usually just flat Ace Jack, and if I don't have a Jack or a flush draw or something, I just muck. I just always feel like it's just never strong enough because you're up against Ace Queen, Ace King. I've got knocked out of more tournaments with Ace Jack than any other hand. I don't know why. It just always gets me in trouble for some reason. Yes, I'm just willing to fold this. I mean, I could flat, but flatting on position, pretty big raise. It's just I'd rather save my money and find a better spot. I mean, I'm gonna have to get if they were suited, maybe more, but I would have to smack a jack or like 9, 8, 9, 10 or something, because I know my ace is probably not good. Like I said, I'm up against ace king, ace queen, and if an ace pops on the flop, I'm not confident at all. And then I'm playing against odd position. 9, 10, yeah. I mean, I'm deep enough to call a flat like that, but I like saving my money. I can be cheap too sometimes. I think it's break, yeah. All right, well, I got a 5-minute break on these tournaments. I'm going to just get a drink real quick. So I'll be back in a couple minutes or so. All right. dance music is great. I was playing lo-fi earlier. That was just a little too slow for poker. It's put me to sleep. Alright, back to playing. Alright, this has been fairly uneventful poker, but anything can happen. Out of nowhere, that's all it takes is one or two hands, man, then it just explodes and then you're a chip later. It's easy. Jack 5 of spades. Kind of a fun hand, but no. No dice. Man, something's got to get going in this tourney because I just short stack. It's going to be 255 in a minute here, so I'll be back to 10 bigs. Just be shipping it all in. It's just the worst spot to be in. But I've been short stacked all my life, so I'm used to playing those spots. Alright, pocket tens, under the gun +2. Could min raise here, but I feel like it might be dangerous. This guy's got a short stack anyways. 5k, I'm just gonna ship it. It's like 11, 12 bigs, but I feel like if you just min raise, you're just in for a world of hurt. No, I guess it's a cooler either way. Jeez, I'm dead. Yikes! Alright. Out of one tournament. 70th place. Jesus, how many tournament players did this get? Well, that was just a straight up cooler. That sucks, but yeah, this tournament unfortunately was just like garbage all day. I don't even think I won, or maybe one or two hands. Got maybe a couple small pocket pairs. Well, this is I got like, I think the only hands I won in this tournament was from 3-betting pre-flop. I did that 3 times, whiffed the flop each time, but my C-bets were getting through. Those were the only small amount of chips I won here and there. And then just got blinded out pretty much. Just got to, got to a pretty big tournament, actually. 122 entries. GameStop already lost money. Yeah, well, that was painful. I just couldn't get anything to go at all in this tournament. I don't know what happened if I misplayed her. 248 donkey. This isn't the 248 donkey, is it? My buddy, that's his screen name. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's probably my buddy. I'll have to text him. Not sure if he's on here or not. Well, yeah, that was disappointing, unfortunately. Couldn't get anything going at all, really. This tournament's not that much different. I had that one big monster at the beginning. Yeah, like I said earlier on, like I'm not good at doing two things at the same time, so I don't know if this talking and playing thing's gonna turn out too well, but See if there's anything else exciting. Probably just gonna pay attention to this tournament and end the night. I think the next time I stream, I might just go like try to do a couple sit and goes. Like I was talking about earlier, that's kind of my bread and butter, anyways. But let's see. Yeah, I could rebuy. Yeah, so like the here's the sit and goes here. I love sit and goes. Not many people do for some reason. It's always cash in big tournaments. That's where people are. So these always take forever to fill up, and these are only 6 people max tourneys too, which suck. So I don't even know if I'll be playing these. The only ones that seem to fill up are the $5 ones, which is just not worth my time. It sucks to play for like an hour just to win, you know, 15 bucks. I'd rather play like a $20, $50 turbo or something like that. A nine person tournament sit and go would be a lot better, but I'm hoping if these, I just don't think they're gonna add like a 9-person sit and go, because if the 6 people sit and goes aren't filling up, there's no reason to go 9. But you know, back before Black Friday, back in like 2010, they'd have like you know, 27-person sit and go, 45-player sit and go, and you'd get you know, those would fill up fairly quick actually. A 45-person sit and go would fill up in like, you know, less than 10 minutes, which is shocking, but you know, that's when you're playing against the entire world and there's, you know, 200,000 players online. So I don't know, I might jump into cash too one of these days, give it a figure it out. There's a $20 sit and go, I could try that out. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it live, fuck it. I can handle 2 tournaments at the same time, it's fine. Oh good, that filled up pretty quick. Alright, let me get my 2 tables going. So the tournament on the right's a Super Tuesday, and then I just bought into a sit and go on the left. Just a $20 sit and go. This will be done in like half hour probably. A7. Under the gun, no dice. I'm 22nd out of 27 players. That's pretty bad. And I'm sitting by myself. There should be 3 tables and 9. What's this lobby look like? God, this guy's tough. I don't know, maybe this GameStop guy is like just freaking amazing. He's like one of the chip leaders again in this tourney. He's doing something right, obviously. Still not calling it all in with 9-eye flush. Oh, it's Super Tuesday, late registration, so they're opening up a 4th table. That's probably what's happening. Yeah, you can see the tables here. Yeah, they just opened the 4th. Adam, what up, buddy? Look at this dude making money. Oh, I'm not making shit right now. Right now, I'm losing my ass. 60. small 3-bet. Whatever. Fire. Yeah, and I mean, oh man, this guy shipped it. All right. Oh, I call unless you got some aces or some shit. God, don't cooler me out of a tournament already. Jesus. You're bad luck, Adam. Get out of here. Jesus. All right. Well, that sucked. I'm not even paying attention to the tournament. That sucked. There's a quick $20 I just spent. Let me find another sit and go. Man, I gotta win some of these pots here. I'm just getting kind of smacked down. I gotta change my raise sizing. Usually when you use the mouse wheel on the mouse, obviously you can change your bet sizing and raise sizes. I didn't adjust mine, I don't think, here. Just so you don't have to type in a number every single time. It's a lot faster. This tournament's over, so I don't really care about this, but... Sorry, I'm just playing with my table settings over here. Oh, here we go. Adjust bet size with the small blind. Aw, I got knocked out. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. Well, here we go. Need another sit and go now. No. Yeah, as soon as you came in, man, lost 20 bucks. Motherfucker. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. That's poker. You get coolered sometimes. Ace king versus tens, never gonna fold there. I don't know why that guy just shipped tens right off the bat. Start, was that like the second hand of the sit and go? I was just bragging how good I was at sit and goes too. I'm just stabbing with the queen high flush draw here. This is probably a bad card for me, so unless he was calling with the flush draw too, I'll give up. I try my best not to 3-barrel bluff like I used to back in the old days, but it still happens from time to time. Once you put in those first 2 bluffs, it's hard not to just like, you know what? I've came this far. I gotta gotta do it live and just ship it all in here. Oh man. I've done those bluffs before many times, just shipping it all in. It's so brutal. Alright, raise from the small blind. Gotta protect my hand. Got half pot here. Gotta see where I'm at. Did he raise pre? I kind of was not paying attention. Oh, this guy's from Sleen. That's where I grew up. Lived there for like 20 years. 4-jack against GameStop, my buddy, GameStop. You win, buddy. You're the champion. You're the best player in the world. Just take it. Alright, well, I got called here. I did pick up the nut flush draw. I'm still gonna fire here. I'm just so card dead, man. This is crazy. Why do I feel like a raise is coming? Alright, well. Obviously, yeah, thought my ace might have been good there. Hey, ace queen. Best hand I had all night. Other than pocket twos. I like to raise 3x, but you know, early on we're all deep, so I'd do 3x and then just plus a little bit more since we got a limper. Just add up the price a little bit. It's a pretty good flop. I've open-ended, straight draw, and a 2 overs. Flush draw. I don't have a spade though. Just down bet, keep a pretty strong hand, but there could be a lot of bad turns. That's kind of one of them. Complete straights and flushes. Yeah, 2 pair. Is it rough trying to get... I'm not going to get value from any hands. I'm going to get called with a jack. Yeah. Yep. Guy hit the bottom end. Let's see that hand again. 4-8 of clubs. And that's why I sized up my raising to not get garbage hands like that in there. I mean, I didn't size it up that much. It wasn't that expensive, and he wasn't big, so I don't blame him, but still kind of sucked. He only had inside straight draw. 4-7, 440, 90, 240. Yeah, just forget it. That's the downside of down betting, is you make it cheap for any draws. He's calling. I mean, he's got an open ender, but then he spikes it on the turn. Oh, glad I checked it down. You think top 2 pair would be good there, but that's that was extremely what's called a wet board. I think half the people that were watching are really good poker players, and half that I don't think have played poker ever. You know, so I try to play to a wide audience. If anyone's got questions, feel free to ask. But a wet board is just basically there's a lot of texture, a lot of things going on there. There's, you know, obviously if there's 3 spades or flushes out there, I got the same hand in both hands. I feel like I've been so tight over here. I'm gonna have some tight table image. But yeah, a wet board, if it's, you know, 3 spades out there, you know, flush can be there. If there's 3 cards to a straight, there's a straight. They could have a straight. So, you know, if it's paired, you got to be thinking someone can have a full house or anything crazy. This guy just donks into me. Just forget it. Just take it, dude. You win. You're the best. I feel like nothing's going my way here. That's not a good hand under the gun there. And GameStop's up to 22K. But yeah, so even if you have 2 pair or you flop a set or something, but there's 3-4 cards to a flush or straight, you got to be pretty nervous that you're not beating much. You know, if you have top set, that just kind of hurts you because it's going to cost you more in the long run. But yeah, it's better to keep the pot smaller, I feel like, and I feel like that pot I probably could have just checked the flop there, maybe save some money. And Jack Deuce. I'm just getting blinded out of this turn now too. I'm down to like 23 bigs or something like that. I have to win all my money back in the sit goes. Man. Some days this just doesn't go for you. Call one here, but I'm beating. Check the rear. Just have a weak race. That's all right. Again, a 3-bet 10s there just because I'm out of position. 10s are not that strong of a hand when any board like that kind of hits, so you kind of want to knock out some weaker aces. Kind of crap hands like that, but probably maybe a 3-bet a little too late. Alright, so this is another good squeeze. I feel like another thing I try to add. I mean, 105 though, that's expensive. I'm going to be crushed in this tournament. This guy hasn't played much, but I don't know. We'll see if this works. I feel like maybe I'm a little too short for plays like this. Jesus Christ. I just ship all in on me. Ah, man. Nice. I don't know if I'm just playing horribly or I'm just running into monsters. Little AC Deucey. Yeah, so for you new to poker, like obviously I just opened mucked Ace Deuce here and 3-bet Ace Deuce here for totally different reasons. I mean, I'm getting a little short here, so I can't really afford. I only got like 20 bigs, so I can't really afford any crazy plays. I mean, I was in mid position too. Ace Deuce is pretty weak. It's weak in general, but 3-betting it from the small blind, I'm trying to add that more to my kind of range, because usually, like I was talking about earlier, how 3-betting is pretty strong, especially from like an early position. Like, you feel like you're repping pretty good hand. I'm gonna have to small ball it over here. I can't afford it. But at a 6-handed table, you can play a lot wider range of hands. This guy's been playing a lot of hands. I mean, he had that, what, 8-4 hand or 8 whatever garbage hand. He's been playing a little loose, which I do need to kind of adjust for. You know, not bluff into, not 3-bet into. Obviously, I'm just gonna mark this guy real quick. You know, loose. Somebody who's loose and just plays every hand and plays a little wild. Like, you obviously don't want to go too crazy 3-betting into him. This guy's just donk leading into 3 players. That's pretty strong lead. So I'm just mucking, but trying to get lucky with some suited connectors. Not going so well. But yeah, Ace Deuce of clubs, obviously it's not a good hand, because if you flop an ace, that's no good. You know, most of the time, you know, that's not the kind of hand you want to hit. Obviously, you're going for like straight and flush type of cards. You know, 3-4 clubs kind of flop would be, you know, ideal. So again, under the gun this time. It's not that strong. I guess I usually don't call, but it's cheap, and And these flops are just completely avoiding me at all costs, killing me. This guy's raising under the gun, so it's usually a sign of a decent hand. This guy's been obviously wild because he's, you know, chip leader of like 2 tournaments right now. Blinds raised on like 15 bigs. Well, I was about to say, I mean, I could do something crazy and ship on this guy since he's been the aggressor. He's got a wider range, but obviously I probably would have just mucked it anyways. Dude just flats 4K. That guy called with Jack 7? Hold on. That dude opened shoves and he opened flats. Oh my god. Dude, garbage. Hot garbage. That's insane. I'm just putting a note on him. I'm gonna stay out of these people's ways. This is insane. This guy's going crazy over here. All in with a Jack 6 or some shit. Jeez, oh Pete's. These guys at it again. See, that's why you don't have ace deuce and flop an ace. It's never good. I'm afraid to even play this hand. Sevens, I mean, what do I do? Flat and get shoved all in with? Oh well, it is what it is. This guy folded? This dude calling all in with Jack 7 and he doesn't even call a min raise? These are the players I'm playing against. That's a great flop for me. Oh, man. It's probably the best flop of the night. I mean, I could have flatted there, but against 2 players who are the short stacks. Is he big? No, it's limp, so I mean, I could have raised and easily had a 3 or deuce in my hand since I'm big blind, but gotta get back into the zone. Gotta win some hands. I'm like dead last in this, the big tourney. I'm second to last. But man, I know poker. All it takes is a little bit of a hot streak. That's all it takes, man. Double once, then double again. Win a little small pot here and there. Before you know it, you're chip leader. Poker can get really easy really quickly. Ace 9 I like shoving with, but I can't call two raises with. Especially I'm pretty short now. I only got about 10 bigs. I should have just went all in here. Oh, it's 51. That was my bad. I should have went all in. That was kind of my misclick. I didn't realize the blinds raised. Again, I'm the same way. I'm only 10 bigs here. That sucks. Blinds are 51 here, and 10 big blinds, you gotta start shipping all in. Actually, wow. My hand was like slightly stronger, like something like Queen Jack of Hearts or something. I probably would have just opened shipped here because they got 3 limpers. See, this guy did it. I was just talking about suited connector. Like, that's a good ship. Because most of the time, if your stack is sized correctly, where it's just a little bit too much, then, you know, more than like a 3x, 4x bet, you know, it's a pretty good shove. You get to the sizing, bet sizing, where they can't call because they limped, so their range is capped, which basically means they're not going to have any super strong hands. They're not going to have ace king, ace queen, ace jack, aces, obviously, anything like that, because they would have raised pre-flop. But since it's limp, they most likely have either just small pairs or some weak sauce, king jack off or something. So you could ship all in, and there's no way they can call there. Man, I'm like super short in both these tourneys. I'm gonna try to stab at this. I don't have any money to stab. Just gonna check it all the way down. Oh wait. I was thinking about shipping that ace there, and I feel like typically I do, but I like to do that a little bit closer to the button, because I gotta make it through 4 people, just half the table. Four-handed over here, super duper short. King's pretty good four-handed. This guy insta races. Sixes, it's a coin flip. Gotta win coin flips, he just boated up. And down another tourney. Yeet! This is not going my way tonight. Alright, well, I think I'm done with the turn sit and goes. I think I'm just going to ride this one out since I'm pretty short anyways and end the night. I mean, I could go into a pretty good run here, but not been running my way. God, Jack Queen is smoke there and just crushes it. I gotta see that hand again. Getting called. All right, now I'm super short. I'm under 10 big blinds. I'm hitting the big blind next. Now I would be shoving. that same ace. Oh, guy just got knocked out. What happened to him? Deuce is no good. All right, well, time to start going all in and continuing to fold. 7-9. Can't shove with that. It's been a pretty raise heavy table. It's not probably gonna make it to me. If it does make it to me, I just gotta ship all in. But they're not letting it come to me, so. See, this guy right here just bought in the tournament. There's late registration. He just bought in for 10,000. I mean, that's the starting stack what you get. And the blinds are already 255. So when you're buying in that late or rebuying, you're only coming in with 10 or 20 big blinds because, you know, 10 big blinds would be 5,000. 20 big blinds is not a good stack to start a tournament with. You know, you can't, you're kind of handcuffed. You can't make too many crazy plays. You're not deep enough. You know, when you're like 35, 40 bigs, you can, that's a cooler aces versus kings. You can do a lot more with, you know, you can afford to make crazy plays and make losses and gamble a little bit more. Man, I'm going to be blinded out of this damn tournament. But when you're down to like 20 bigs, I mean, you can like min raise, you know, a couple times, but you're down to like the, you know, you got to tighten up phase and kind of figure out what hands to start going all in with. I mean, you don't really start going all in until like 15 bigs or under, but point being, I don't think it's worth coming into a tournament with only 20 bigs. I've been playing this tourney for almost 2 hours. It was that one big hand early on that got me up to 18K and completely card dead since on both those tournaments. I felt like I played decent tonight, but just has not gone my way, unfortunately. God, Queen 9. Is this a ship? I don't think it is. It's right on the edge. No, it's not 18,000. So this is I'm playing. These are tournaments. So tournaments are just when you buy in, you get play money essentially. A cash game is different. A cash game is actually real money. So I think they have dollar signs in front of it, but it would say you know how much money you actually have. But if you bet $1 there, it's, you know, U.S. American dollar or whatever. But yeah, in a tournaments, no, it's not worth it. Worth the same amount. So this is just play money. But yeah, I bought this. The cost of this tourney, cash wise, was $200. So this is the Super Tuesday tournament. Yeah, I think like I was thinking about this earlier, like how often I'm going to stream poker. I'm not really sure. I don't know how often I'm going to play it. I'll probably play every couple days. I might stream here or there, but I'll probably only stream like the big tournaments. It's more fun. Or actually, I might do the opposite. Only just stream the smaller tournaments so I can concentrate on the bigger tournaments. That's the other downside. Like I don't feel like I've concentrated a little bit enough. Jesus. No. I'm super short, but I cannot call 3 raises with 10-6. But yeah, Sunday nights or some Sunday, I think at noon, I think there's usually big tournaments. So I'll probably stream there maybe. Or maybe just do like a streaming Tuesdays or something like that. Oops, should have went all in. Nah. But it's the first time I played this Super Tuesday event, and dead last in chips. Oh wow, okay, that GameStop guy that I was talking about, he bought, wait a second, that can't be right. I gotta share the screen on this one. This is saying that there's a GameStop here and there's a 4 next to it. And that's how many times he entered for himself or rebought. But his name, 1, 2, where's the other one? 3, 4. His name's on here 4 times. Which means 7, 8, 9, 10. He got knocked out of this tournament 10 times. I don't know if that's a bug. If he got knocked out and re-entered once he had already left. I hate shipping here because I know I'm going to be behind. These guys have like ace 6, ace 9s or whatever. I'm not going to get any fold equity, but I mean, Jesus Christ, on my head. I gotta dodge like 1,000 out, so. Yeah, all right. Well, I lost to a straight. All right, well, that's done. Yeah, so there's this re-enter here. You can re-enter, but obviously I'm not gonna buy in for another 200 because it's so late in the tournament, like I was saying. It's not worth getting 20 bigs. But yeah, so that GameStop, he was chip leader in like 2 of my tournaments and then blew it all. So obviously this guy is just from complete psychopath, super aggressive and doesn't care because he lost $2,000 in this game, which is insane to me, but yeah. Yeah, so the top, so I'm sharing, yeah. Yeah, first place for this tournament was $3,600, and there's still people buying in too. I think the late registration ends right here in 14 minutes, so it ends at 10 o'clock. So it's a 2-hour buy-in. But yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm done streaming for tonight. I played 4 tournaments. I played 2 sit and goes and 2 multi-table tournaments. Nothing went well at all. I only had 1 big hand all night, got a good stack and doubled up, and I didn't win a single all-in. Card dead all night. I had like ace garbage all night. You really can't do too much with it. And a couple small pocket pairs. I think I had pocket 10s once and ran into queens. which is just, you know, cooler. You can't do nothing about that. So my play was questionable, I think, at times maybe. It's hard, like I was saying, it's kind of hard to stream and talk and, you know, concentrate on like stories, what I'm telling, and then play at the same time. So we'll see how much I'm gonna be streaming or not. But thanks for coming along, guys. My first stream, I appreciate it. Had a blast playing with you guys. I'm glad you joined me. So I'm signing off. You guys have a good night. See ya.